What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but there's been some breaking news in the TV area. LG TVs, HDMI 2.1. Why is that important, and does it matter? I suppose if you're a video gamer, HDMI 2.1 could be a kind of a big deal. But this year's models, 2019, we've got of course the new series, the C9s, the E9s, W9, and of course Sony. I don't know if you're going to be mad, LG now has a Z9 as well, and the Z9 is going to be like their 88-inch 8K OLED, all the bells and whistles. Is it going to hit 4,000 nits? I don't think so. Obviously it's not going to. I think that's just gonna, I don't know if we're ever going to see an OLED hit 4,000 nits, to be honest with you, but that's going to be like their big daddy this year, the Z9. And of course, HDMI 2.1. Today's drink of choice is going to be sangria, once again. But yeah, HDMI 2.1 for the 2019 LG TVs. Man, what's it going to bring? Variable refresh rates, VRR. I think it's going to be more important for gamers than it is for people really expecting it to up their movie watching experience. HDMI 2.1, you're going to get variable refresh rates, which is going to keep your games in sync. It's got automatic low latency mode. I hear it's going to be something like 13 milliseconds. So if you're playing your Xbox game, PlayStation 4 or whatever, your PC, low latency mode. So shooting up the bad guys on your Call of Duty or whatever you got, react time is going to be a lot quicker. That's like the big news right now, HDMI 2.1. Like for me personally, if I was going to purchase another TV, like myself, I don't think I'd really care too much about 2.1. I mean, 2.1 is also going to bring eARC, which is enhanced audio return channel as well. So if you're broadcasting in, Dolby Atmos over Netflix or Vudu, one cable connection to the soundbar, you're going to get Dolby Atmos. I think the Sony TVs are doing that now. I think the LGs as well this year. That's going to be implemented in their TVs this year. That's a big deal. So, I mean, that simplifies things for people with soundbars. And, of course, compatible receivers as well. So it's always a good thing. But that's like the big thing, 2.1. I mean, like I said, me personally, I may wait to see, like, who's going to release 12-bit panels this year, maybe. I don't know if we're going to get 12-bit panels. It doesn't sound like it because, LG's not they haven't mentioned anything about 12-bit panels. Why is 12-bit panels important? I mean, if you're watching Dolby Vision content, I know the majority of movies are in 10-bit. If you're watching 4K, Ultra HD, most of the HDR10 content, all of it is 10-bit, mastered in 10-bit, hence HDR10. But if you're watching Dolby Vision content, whether it be streaming or on disc, it's 12-bit. And why is 10-bit better than 12 bits? Because 12 bits, there's more color information there. If you're watching 12-bit content, kind of scaled down to 10-bit, you could see like color banding, things of that source, things of that, which can, can be kind of off-putting if you're seeing like blue skies, different stair-stepping in colors from like blue to light blue over to white, things like that. So I think for me personally, if I was going to purchase a TV this coming year, I'd hold off to see if Samsung's doing anything 12-bit or if Sony's doing anything 12-bit. I think right off the bat, you might not hear anything at CES right at the beginning. Usually Sony would release more of their flagship products towards the end of the year, very much in the same way they did like their Z9F or A9F. Me personally, I would wait towards the end of the year, see if anybody releases something towards the end of the year. But I know people have been waiting for HDMI 2.1, but just as far as for video gaming, yeah, that's awesome. But for movie watching, unless you're watching Billy Lynn over and over again, which is 4K 60, which is 2.1 specifications, you can do 4K at 120 hertz. So I mean, that could, theoretically smooth out motion, make things look better if you want to do some motion interpolation, black frame insertion, all that stuff. I don't know if that's going to make things look more soap opera looking or not. But I mean, we're going to have to wait like another week or so till they actually show these things in person, till people get these things, in front of their faces. But that's kind of like the big news. Other than that, LG's also releasing some soundbars this year, successors to the SK series 1098. Siri's going crazy over here.
Sorry, I couldn't find anything like that.
Anyways, LG Soundbars 2019. It's going to be the SL this year. SL10, SL9, SL8. And what's so great about that is that we're getting LG Soundbars with DTS-X support. I mean, that was like the main thing that I hated with the current crop of LG Soundbars. You'd buy a soundbar and you'd watch Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, that's in DTS-X. Or you'd put a DTS-X movie in, it's gonna downsample it down to, you know, DTS core. That's the only reason why I never really recommended LG soundbars like over like Sony soundbars. Just the lack of DTS-X support. Like, you don't want to buy a product that's, you know, doesn't support all the source formats. I'm thinking unless Sony does something magical with their soundbars and they get away from this 2.1 faux Atmos experience, I'm thinking maybe the best soundbars may be LG or maybe Samsung as well. But I mean, the SL10, that's going to be like their flagship. The SL9, I believe there's a gyroscope on it, which you can kind of turn it, you can invert it flat on your wall, or you can point it straight forward at you, and it's I don't know how it's going to rearrange sound so it can direct sound upwards and forwards. I mean, we're going to have to see how that pans out this year. As far as like, you know, their OLEDs this year, I should be having the C9 probably in another, I think February, March, they're dropping that. I'm supposed to be getting a C9 in and also an SL10 in as well. So hopefully I can get that together, do like a joint review. Normally I don't do TV reviews because there's a lot of other people doing TV reviews, but I was offered to get one in, so stay tuned. I should have like a 55-inch coming in. I would do the 65, but it's a little too big. I don't really have space to do a 65. But I should have a 55 coming in, and the SL10, excited about that. Everybody loves soundbars. I enjoyed their SK10 this year. I just wish it did DTS-X.